And he said, okay, I'm gonna help you. But it took about 3 months just to even think about what I'm gonna speak about. What will be my audience? It took up about 3 months, and with the help of the mastermind group, I was ready to go. So I went, back home in December, got married. That's another different story. You heard about the story, right? So it's gonna be another topic for another day. I'm married now, so I have my ex. I found my ex. Oh yeah, you can go.
Oh yeah.
So in the month of May, Pete Taylor approached me and he said, I have a plan of growing Gold Achievers International. I'm moving down to the States. He's now in Alabama. But I'm looking for somebody to take over the company for the Canadian division. And I thought of you. I was like, whoa, wow, this is good stuff. Long story short, my company, Best Life Motivation, bought a license to operate in Canada under Gold Achievers Canada. And I became the big boss. That's why I'm so good looking. And guess what? June 14th was my last day at my job. June 14th was my last day as I predicted. June 14th was my last day. I went to Africa, spent 4 months there, got married, and created different opportunities for myself. And just the reason why I am sharing that story is like to show you that you can create your future. You can decide that's where I'm going, and boom, you go. And you don't have to see the end. You just have to take the next step. Really, that's the action plan. What's the next step? So let me share with you how I got married. Yes. I've been involved in long distance relationships. I think I have a PhD in long distance relationships. In the last 9 years, I had 3 of them. And the last one was like, I'm gonna make it work. This time I'm gonna make it work. And last year in October, around October, no, it was November. My girlfriend at that time, she sent me an email. She said, this long distance thing is not working for me. Because we have decided we're gonna get married in August. And she said, it's not really working for me. And I was like, again. And I said, you know what? Not this time. I said to her, you know what? I'm gonna come and visit you in the month of May. Do you know what the reason why I chose May? Because April is income tax return. I was like, hey, there'll be some money, I'll buy a ticket, go to Africa. And at that time I was with my business partner Paul, and I was discussing how I'm gonna go in Africa in the month of May. And Paul was, why wait for May? How about going for Christmas? It was on December 10th. And he was asking me to go for Christmas, and I was like, man, are you crazy? In just 10 days? There was no way I can go. And Paul went home, and I thought about, why not? And I got a phone call from a lady I was coaching at that time. She was so excited, and she said, Patrick, thank you very much. Your coaching is amazing. And this year, I'm gonna make $500,000. I was like, what? I was very happy for her, but I was mad. How can I coach somebody to make $500,000 when I have nothing in my pocket? I was like, this is crazy. But, it hit me. I can use my own coaching. Take my own coaching and do it. And my own coaching is what's the next step. And I said to myself, if I want to go in Africa in the next 10 days, what I need is really the next step. What's my next step? My first step was pick up the phone, call my girlfriend, say, hey, I'm coming for Christmas. She was so excited, and after I hung up the phone, I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna do it. And I say, okay, what's my next step? I was working at that time. I say, hey, my next step could be asking for time off. It doesn't cost money. I went to my supervisor and say, hey, I'm taking a trip to Africa in the next 10 days. I would like to take 10 days off. She was like, no problem. She signed. And I mentioned the reason of my trip, and she said, oh, nice, you're going to see your girlfriend and then get married next year. And she said, why not getting married in December? I was like, man, are you serious? You know, the trip itself is crazy. Now getting married? She said, think about it. Instead of you getting married in August, you can go and do a small wedding, come back to Canada, sponsor her, and now the process can take 8 months. So when you go back for the big wedding, like William and Kate, you know, yeah, you can come back with your wife. I was like, that makes sense. Guess what? I pick up the phone, call my girlfriend. Hey, we're getting married. Are you okay with that? She's, yeah, let's do it. Now it's the trip plus the wedding. And I was like, okay, I have now 7 days to do that. So I got a day off. And then I said, if I want to go to Rwanda with my girlfriend, I need a place to stay. That was my next step. Place to stay. I have a friend in Montreal, he's from Rwanda. Pick up the phone, call my friend, explain what I want to do. She said, oh, no problem. My sister is in Rwanda. She can, you know, you can stay there for free. Now I have my day off. I have, you know, a place to stay. Hey, no problem. Next step, I have a Canadian passport. I'm going to Rwanda. What's the process? I went on the line just to get the visa process. Oh, you have to apply for it on the website. You get that in 2 days. 2 days, bam, I got my visa. Now it was like the big part. Okay, how am I going to fly there? Okay, I went online again, searched for flight tickets. And I was like, man, I'm going to Rwanda. Who do I know who's from Rwanda? Oh yeah, there's a friend of mine who's a business owner in Mississauga. Pick up the phone, call the guy. Hey, I am your brother-in-law now. My wife is from Rwanda. I said, really? And I'm going there 10 days from now. Because, oh, I'm going there too. Really? How did you get the ticket? Oh yeah, I have a friend who have a flight company, and you know, we put groups together and we got cheap tickets. I said, oh, can you put me in that list? I said, no problem. Boom, the next day I got the ticket. Now, I have days off, I have a place to stay, I have a ticket. Now the waiting part. I was like, if I'm going there for 10 days, I would need around, let's say, $1,000 just for the 10 days. And I started thinking, how can I get $1,000? And I thought to myself, if I can call 5 friends to donate to $200 each, I'll get $1,000. Pick up the phone, call the first friend. Hey man, you got my 200. What's your bank account number? Boom. Call the second friend. She was like, oh man, are you getting married? $700. She sent me $700. And she said, I'm gonna send you a package. Wait for it tomorrow by FedEx at 12:30. 12:30, I went home waiting for the package, and the package came. Shoes for my wife, like a wedding dress, everything, rings, everything in that package. I was like, oh my God. And then she called me, did you get the package? I said, yeah. She said, oh, my cousin has a store in Burundi where you can wedding gowns and everything you need for the wedding, it's paid for. So I went to, you know, fly to, and I was in Rwanda, December 21st, 11 days. It took me 11 days to get there. So I went there and, you know, met my girlfriend at that time and met her family again, and then we crossed the border to Burundi to get married. And a friend of mine has reserved, you know, a nice hotel room, and it was, you know, a small ceremony. And the day of my wedding, I went downstairs at the lobby and I met the owner of the hotel. And I found out he was a friend of the family. I was like, hey, man, it's Patrick. Patrick? But the last time he saw me, I was like 10 years old. Now I'm a good-looking man. I said, Patrick, oh my God. I said, yeah, I'm getting married. This is my wife, my future wife. I said, oh, congratulations. No problem. So we went and we got married, and I came back. At the lobby of the hotel, the receptionist said, oh, our boss wants to talk to you. Here is his cell phone number. Pick up the phone, call the boss. He said, hey, congratulations again. I said, thank you. He said, oh, how long have you been at this place? I said, about 2 days. And he said, your stay is free. paid for. And I said, no, I already paid for my hotel. I said, no, go to the reception and give your money back. I got a free hotel room for 5 days. Now we can applaud. Oh, yeah. It was and it was December 27th, which is my mother's birthday. That was a gift for her, his good-looking son getting married. So I came back. June was last month of my workplace. I went, and then August 8th we did this big wedding and came back here, ran Goda Tubers Canada, and guess what? Last Tuesday, my wife got a Canadian visa. She's coming 2 weeks from now. And everything that I planned at the beginning of the year, everything happened. And I didn't even know how I'm going to do it. I had no idea. All I did was, I'm here, I'm taking the next step. I'm taking the next step. I'm taking the next step, and now she's coming. I wanted to be in full-time business, I'm in full-time business. I want to get married, I'm married. I wanted my wife to come to Canada, she's coming. And along the way I got free stuff. I think it's a good deal. I think it's a good deal. Now, my challenge to you is like, what future do you like to see in your life? You can go out and create it. He thought about creating a group. Now the group is here, he's expanding, he's creating his future, and it's happening as we see. Now we have superstar singers who are gonna sign autograph for us. Very good time here. And every time I'm sharing my story now, the blog is becoming a book, and I'm meeting nice people and interesting people along the way, and I'm just having fun. Just doing what I love to do, take one step at a time, and creating my future. 2007, I wanted to be a speaker. I'm here in front of you, I'm a speaker. That's a long journey to new market. Thank you very much.